Hi there, folks. So this is the next morning after my huge, gigantic 24 by 30 canvas. And it's drying nicely. So as you can see on the edge, it's starting to dry towards the center. It looks great, but the only thing that I noticed, and now it all makes sense to me, the ring, that white ring around the outside, where it's starting to separate like that, I know why it's doing it. Finally, I figured it out. So along the green line too, it's doing the same thing. And it just hit me that I know why. So I've been using, and they were out of I think it was the medium base. So I always use Bare House paint. I don't tint it. I just get the paint and primer in one. This was a little bit different color on the outside. So it's a blue label, but the one I normally was getting was I think a darker blue. And I think it was the medium base. This one is the deep base. So on a couple videos that I did ago, I noticed that the white that I mixed up and the cream colors were not playing nicely with each other. I think that's why. And it was separating and it was doing weird things. And now I know why, because that was a little bit different paint. So I just mix up my paint in an old Floetrol bottle, and I use it that way. So everything, this is my base white. So I mix it with Floetrol and the Bare House paint because it doesn't crack. A lot of you ask why your paint is cracking. Well, sometimes it could be too thick. Maybe it's too thin and your board isn't clean or your canvas isn't clean. But it could also be the crummy white colors they tend to crack. Aside from the house paint, I only use house paint in my white because it does not crack. Sorry, I just fed the horses. Now I'm having allergies. Anyway, so this is also, a lot of people I think are using for the new like pillow effect or the billow effect. The cloud effects. I know why now, because this was my mistake that I used the wrong base on my paint. That's why I'm getting that. And along the green line, the white in there is like making a little bit of cloud effect that I was not anticipating. I didn't want that. But now I know if I want to get it, I know a little bit easier way on how to do that. So it did it a lot over here in that green. So yeah, I could adjust my ratio and make it a lot better, but hey, accidents happen. This is how people come up with different effects, because sometimes it's a mistake, sometimes you're experimenting. Now I know why. So if you do use house paint, make sure you're getting the correct house paint that you want to use, or you might have some weirdness happening like I have going on here. Granted, it's kind of cool. It's a little bit, it's not really my style of colors, but it's going to look a little bit darker when it's dry, and I'm going to varnish it. So problem solved. It's in the paint. So just a heads up, folks, if you experiment with different base colors that you add your own color to, that you mix up, be careful on I guess it's the base, or if it's eggshell versus satin or the satin enamel or gloss or high gloss. Everything's going to have a little bit different finish. So anyway, that's what I found out. On to the next video, and you will see me very soon.